Hi everyone, welcome to our second town hall of 2024. My name is Jenny Dobson and I am part of the human resources team here at Cornerstone. Thank you so much for taking time to watch this. There is a lot of coordination and effort and planning that goes into making these town hall happen, so it means a lot to us that you're taking time to watch it. I just have a couple of updates for you today. If you watched the first town hall video back in March, I had mentioned that we were working on updating our employee handbook with expected release date of June 1st. And after many hours of working with some employment attorneys and other folks, we were able to update and release a new version on June 1st. And at the time that it was released, we issued a Paylocity action for everybody to go in and view the new handbook and electronically sign off on that. We did that along with a updated drug and alcohol policy, as well as some other state supplements to support all of those updates. The handbook was also updated to reflect many of the current federal, state, and local laws so that we are in compliance with all the information that we are required to give you as an employee. I highly encourage you to read the handbook. It will empower you to be a better employee. It will help you understand the different benefits and different policies that we have for our employees, and just to help with our overall Cornerstone team collaboration. I want to point out a couple of significant changes that we made to the handbook in this new version. These are things that we have received feedback on from employees that they wanted a better understanding of and more clarity. The main one was our attendance and our PTO policies. They're two separate policies, but they work in tandem together. So we have updated both of those. We also updated a reasonable accommodation request policy and the different processes for those different types of requests. We added a section under rules of conduct that just goes over basic employee expectations. And we also updated our unpaid leave of absence policy. We had a lot of folks who didn't necessarily qualify for some of the other federal or state leaves of absences. So we wanted to have our own Cornerstone leave of absence policy for those who were wanting to take extended time off but weren't eligible for some of those other leaves of absences. So those are the main areas that I want to draw your attention to in the new handbook. The new handbook, along with the updated drug and alcohol policy and the state supplements, are all available in your Paylocity self-service portal under the Companies tab. So whether you log in through an app on your phone into Paylocity or a web browser, all those documents are there for your review. And as we look to the remainder of 2024, we have a few projects and initiatives that are underway. We are planning to introduce a reward and recognition program for our employees and recognizing those that have been here for their years of service and just other performance-related recognition. And then we are in the early stages of planning for open enrollment and 401k. Both of those would be effective January 1st. Open enrollment refers to employees who are eligible to enroll in Cornerstone's medical, dental, and vision plans. And so if you are a full-time employee working at least 30 hours per week for the last couple months, you'll be eligible to enroll in our programs that we offer for the group benefits. And then our 401k plan, we will have another enrollment period that will happen during the end of 2024 and be effective January 1st. I know many of you are probably wondering if we are going to be offering a match program to our 401k plan. I do not have an answer for you yet. We are working on that. We're evaluating all the different options that we have. If you go back and watch the March town hall, I explained a little bit about what that process is. So more to come on that, and we will be sure to let you know once a decision is made if we're going to be offering a match to our 401k. That's all I have for today. Our next town hall will be sometime this fall, so keep an eye out for that. We will be soliciting questions and feedback for the fall town hall like we did for the March one. So be on the lookout for that. And as always, please feel free to reach out to HR if you have any questions. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today. My name is Ryan Weens. I'm the risk manager here at Cornerstone. Today, my slides, I'll be discussing a critical aspect of our business that impacts not only our operational efficiency, but also our reputation and the bottom line, claims and risk management. In an environment where we handle numerous vehicles daily, the potential for accidents, damage, and other unforeseen incidents is ever present. Effective claims and risk management are not just about minimizing our losses, they are about fostering trust with our clients, ensuring safety for our employees, and maintaining the integrity of our services. I will be discussing the statistics of our performance so far here in 2024 and comparing that data to previous years. I will also discuss a few techniques that can be used by everyone out in the field that can help us get even better. But first, I would like to take a moment to show you a real-life Cornerstone near miss and how quick a potential threat can appear. So here we go. No one is expecting wildlife to appear on a busy highway, but thanks to an attentive driver in this case, we were able to narrowly miss an accident, potential injuries, and damage to this vehicle. Now to dive into our current data. Cornerstone-wide, we had 47 separate incidents reported so far this year. This is not to say that we were responsible for each of these incidents. It just means that a customer filed a report and we have conducted an investigation into the matter. Incidents range anywhere from a scratch on a bumper, to a door ding, to stolen items in a car, to lost keys, to a popped tire, all the way up to a totaled vehicle. In 17 of the incidents, we have conducted an investigation into the matter and determined that we were not responsible for the incident. The number one reason that we have been able to make this determination is by performing damage checks before moving a vehicle and marking the damage down on the valet ticket. In 15 of these investigations, we have determined that we were at fault and caused some sort of damage or loss to the customer's property. And Cornerstone pays to make this customer whole again by repairing or replacing the damage of the loss. In most of these cases, it is the valet who self-reports the damage that has been caused, which not only fits within our core values, but also allows us to notify the customer instead of them finding the damage themselves. We understand that mistakes will happen, especially with the volume of vehicles we move, and we can use an incident as a lesson to be learned from and to improve in the future. We currently have 15 claims that are currently open. What this means is that a determination has not yet been made, or that we could be waiting to hear back from the customer. The investigation is open. We're waiting on documents such as an estimate for repair from the customer, police reports, witness statements, or anything else that may be part of the investigation. Or we have determined that we are going to send the incident to our insurance carrier and they have taken possession of the claim. In 2024, we've had 47 separate instances. In 2023, we had 93 incidents, and in 2022, we had 91 incidents. In 2024, we've paid out 15 claims. In 2023, we paid out 35 claims, and in 2022, we paid out 61 claims. We were able to deny 17 claims here in 2024 so far. In 2023, we were able to deny 56 claims, and in 2022, we were able to deny 22 claims. As far as the cost is concerned, so far in 2024, company-wide, we have paid out $36,255.66 in claims. In 2023, we paid out nearly $140,000 in claims. And in 2022, we paid out $242,158.26 in claims. The average cost per incident in 2024 is $2,417. In 2023, it was nearly $4,000, and in 2022, it was also nearly $4,000. Overall, this data is showing that our total incidence is staying about the same, but we are progressively getting better at reducing the total amount of incidents that we are responsible for, as well as reducing the damage that we have caused, which is reflected in the average amount each incident costs for repairs. Even though these numbers are trending in the right direction, it is not the full picture. Since 2022, we have only gotten busier at our current locations, and we are adding new locations all of the time. So as the total amount of vehicles touched is increasing, the amount of shuttles that we have operating increases, and the amount of places we operate increases, our claims data is decreasing, and that is a testament to the hard work and dedication you all put in on a daily basis. Saying that, we are always seeking self-improvement. Here are a few ways we can all continue to help from a claims and safety standpoint. For our managers, we understand operational needs can be taxing at times, but at the end of the day, meeting expectations is not nearly as important as the health and safety of our employees. If we are doing something that puts our staff or customers' property in danger, we need to identify those things and correct them. You can do this by taking a preemptive approach. Do not wait for something to happen. If you can identify a potential danger, bring it up, either with your management team or with the safety team, and try to eliminate or mitigate that threat as soon as possible. Do you notice speeders in a ramp? Would a speed bump or more signage help to decrease that speed? Do you have a pothole in a lot that can be filled with sand until it can be properly repaired? Do you have a valet that is not driving safely? Are we pulling them aside and talking to them? Next, I cannot emphasize enough the importance of doing damage checks. It is our first line of defense. By identifying damage before we take possession of the vehicle, it allows us to know for a fact that we did not cause any additional damage. If an incident happens, make sure you do a detailed report. Lots of pictures, a detailed explanation of what happened, what drivers were involved, making sure we get the proper contact information for the claimant. If you are operating in a busy, crowded area, take a few seconds and go out and guide your valets and shuttle drivers to add a second set of eyes for them when they're backing up or moving in a tight space. Just so you know, most incidents do occur when we are backing. Follow the rules. If someone you're not responsible for is parking where they should not be, ask them to move. Guide customers to where you want them. Assist those that have questions or look confused. Offer great customer service. If you are driving, make sure you're driving slow and steady. This gives you time to respond. Keep your distance from other vehicles, pedestrians, bikers, and other obstacles. Again, this is going to give you more time to react if something does happen. Drive for the condition. Is it raining? Is it snowing? Is it dark outside? Each one of these things has its own challenges, and adjust your driving to accommodate for those challenges. Always keep your eyes scanning. You can do everything right, but you cannot control how others drive. By observing everything around you, you can identify potential threats and adapt your driving to be able to respond properly. Communication. Make sure others know what you're doing. This does not just mean talking with your captain or your manager. It means using your horn when necessary. It means using your signals. It means waving at a pedestrian to let them know you see you. It means flashing your lights. Any sort of communication so other people know you're there and you know that they're there will help prevent any future incidents. Back slowly. As stated before, most incidents happen when backing, and that is not just for Cornerstone, that is a national statistic. Backing often creates blind spots, so by driving slowly, you can give yourself time. It also allows you to brake if you are unsure, to be able to get out and look to see if you have room or if you need to readjust. If you have any questions, ideas, concerns, feel free to reach out to me. Keep up the great work out there and stay safe.
Hey, I'm Tyler McCulloch, Assistant Director in the North Region. Just want to share some quick updates of what's happening over here in the North. Believe it or not, it is not snowing. It just won't stop raining. Other than that, we are doing a temporary valet service at the Children's ED, which has been going on for about a month and a half now, and we're extending it a little bit because they need more help, which is always a positive thing for Cornerstone. Additionally, we are almost complete with our network segmentation project. It's been a long time coming. Thank you to all parties involved. I think when it is fully complete, that'll be a massive weight off everyone's shoulders, and we can kind of control our own destiny as we move forward. As you guys know, we have a very strong event platform in Minnesota. I just want to thank everyone involved for helping out with the Minnesota events, even though it might not be your department. So thank you so much for helping out. And if you want to help, reach out to myself or anyone on the event team, whether it be Sydney, Josh, or John, or even Corey. We are always looking for help. Thank you for treating all guests that enter the hospital or that valet or shuttle with us, for using empathy, because we never know what these people entering the hospital doors are going through. So just thank you for showing empathy to everyone who comes across us. Some fun facts about the North Region. So far, through the end of June, we have valeted over 100,000 cars. We have shuttled over 100,000 employees, patients, and visitors. And shout out to our guest service team for checking in over 400,000 people and helping them get to their correct destination. Thank you for everyone for your continued help and service. We really do appreciate it. Thank you, everybody.
Good afternoon, CPG. I'm Brad.
And I'm Mary.
And welcome
to
CNN. In today's breaking news, CPG South events have reached an all-time high.
In Tampa, Angels Harbor Garage has sold out all 45 home games for this season. Tampa Lightning parking accounts for 85% of total occupancy, with many more home games left to come.
In Georgia, the events team has nearly doubled in size to accommodate the new growth. In 2023, CPG employed approximately 24 team members to cover the 4th of July events in Marietta. In 2024, CPG has employed 53 employees to accommodate parking needs for Marietta, Kennesaw, Powder Springs, and the Atlanta Braves.
Let's go live to the field with our event coordinators. Jamie and Rick, how would you sum up the events thus far?
Home run!
It's hot.
Well, Rick is right about one thing. CPG is really heating up.
That's right. Team temps are rising across the South. With more, here's Jessica with today's weather report.
Thanks, Mary. Right now, we're expecting unprecedented weather in the South as new business brings forth talent across the region. A flash flood warning is in place in our Georgia market as we've seen a torrential downpour the last few months. These storms were weathered by Jamie Forrester and Rick Raymond and our new event coordinators. Keeping the umbrella above our heads was Brandy Clark, Regional Assistant Admin. A climate change has also been forecasted at Emory Decatur, where you can expect sunny skies and a cool breeze. Forecasters say this is largely impacted by the efforts of Asim Kurjak as he steps into the AM role with help from team lead Gerald Gordon. Snow in Georgia? Nah. It's just really cool having a new Wellstar property. Kudos to Victor and his team at Wellstar Cobb Medical. If you find yourself on the campus of SMU, You might take caution as severe weather has been spotted, but have no fear. Ben Lightning Laguana can certainly assist with his team of shuttles. Speaking of shuttles, congrats to Taylor Crisp as she steps into the lead supervisor at Parkland. Over in Florida, the Sunshine State somehow got even brighter as Malachi Davis assumes the role of lead concierge. CPG, you can continue to expect changes in the forecast all year long, but with this team, we're ready for anything. Back to you, Mary.
With summer in full swing, everyone's hitting the road.
That's right, Mary. Let's check in with Deanna for today's Texas traffic report.
Thanks, Brad. Well, it's no secret that Dallas is known for its bustling traffic, but things are about to get even busier, in a good way. We're thrilled to announce that we're kicking off a brand new shuttle operation for the prestigious Southern Methodist University right here in Dallas. With 5 new shuttles and several new employees joining our team, we're ready to keep things moving smoothly for SMU students and staff. It's an exciting time for us and can't wait to see the positive impact this will have on the community. Back to you, Brad.
So many positive things happening in the South.
That's right, and it wouldn't be possible without the right team.
A huge thank you to everyone who's helped make it happen.
And thanks to you for tuning in.
Signing off, I'm Brad.
And I'm Mary.
And this
is
CNN.
Hey everyone, my name's Corey Gardner and I'm a National Event Manager here for Cornerstone Parking Group. I actually got my start with Cornerstone back in 2016 as a valet at the Clinic and Surgery Center here in Minneapolis. Moved to a valet captain, then became manager of the East Bank, at which point I became the local event manager once that opened up. So just good to outline the internal growth and the opportunities that come with working for Cornerstone, and they have strongly benefited me. So one thing I'd like to share to start off is a fun fact about Cornerstone and national events. Our first national event was in 2006 at the PJ Championship at Medina Country Club in Medina, Illinois. So Cornerstone as a company has been at this for a while, and we're good at what we do. So you might be asking yourself, what do national events entail, or what do we do at national events? Well, the simple answer is parking management, right? So we help direct parking for both the patrons and the guests coming to view the event, as well as the employees, which is something that typically isn't thought of. You'll have a couple hundred employees coming to the event depending on what size it is, so that just kind of adds to the operation. This includes free parking as well as paid parking if that's what our client is looking for. Another thing we do within these events is traffic and access control, as well as valet operations if needed. A couple years ago, we added another aspect to our national events team, and that is transportation. So Jerry, who is my counterpart, handles a lot of the transportation needs for any events that we have, and that's transporting people to and from the event. As of now, Cornerstone is involved with 10 national events a year, 11 during Ryder Cup years, with a lot more to come. In 2024, we've already worked 9 of those 10 events. And I'll kind of list those off so you guys can understand where we're working and what type of events we're doing. So our first event was in January, and that was the American Express Golf Tournament in La Quinta, California. From there, we went to the Masters, which this was Cornerstone's first year at the Masters in Augusta, Georgia. It was a great experience. That was in April. From there, we went on to the RBC Heritage, which is in Hilton Head Island, South Carolina. During that time, we actually had our team in the South supporting us at the Invited Celebrity Classic in Irving, Texas. From there, we went on to do the Byron Nelson Golf Tournament, which is in McKinney, Texas. And at this event, we do both parking and transportation. In May, we did the PJ Championship in Louisville, Kentucky, followed by the Senior PJ Championship in Benton Harbor, Michigan. And we also did a Boots in the Park Music Festival in Albuquerque, New Mexico in May. In June, we had our Women's PJ Championship in Seattle, Washington. And coming up in the future here in October, we have the International Albuquerque Balloon Fiesta, which this will be our second year doing that. Some fun facts from this year. At the 2024 PJ Championship, we parked over 70,000 vehicles in 7 days. At the Byron Nelson, we valeted over 500 cars a day from Thursday through Sunday. We also shuttled over 17,000 passengers throughout the week. I would also like to share some of the work that our local event team has been doing here in Minnesota. Some of the things we're involved in is the Minnesota United at Allianz Field. We also help manage the Viking Lakes property, which is the Minnesota Vikings training facility. We operate out at Grace Church in Eden Prairie. We do the Arboretum in Chanhassen. We also recently added Somerset Amphitheater, which is in Somerset, Wisconsin. And we also have a lot of other one-off events during the year. So the national event and local event team often intertwine to support each other, and working a local event, whether that's here in the North region or the South region, is always a good gateway to get into the national event world. If working a national event is something that interests you in the future, please feel free to talk to your current manager to see if it's feasible for you to come to a national event with your current role. We're always looking for Cornerstone people to come help out and try something new. Also, feel free to reach out to myself, Jerry, or Tommy as well if that's something that interests you. Thanks, guys.